I'm Seamless, and magically the camera stopped freaking out. Today is Thursday, which means yesterday it should have been time for the track from scratch live stream. And hopefully today won't be as full of fail as yesterday was. Anyway, this is the Hardstyle track from scratch. I think I said that already. I don't know what I said. I'm not paying attention. I'm going to play through what I got so far, which is just sort of a melodic thing. I have some bits sort of ready to go in here for other stuff. And I've got plans, so let's do this. I'm surprised that it wasn't a ridiculous crackly mess just now, because it was peaking pretty close to rather high CPU usage. That's interesting. Also, notice how much RAM I'm using. 26,574 megabytes. It's a good time. So, alright. One of the things that I was trying to do last time is I was trying to remove the clicking that happens on this guy. And that's actually, I mean, I put the clicking there initially, however I want to get rid of it. And I was having a hard time doing that because I was pretty sure I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it, and I realized why. It's because all of these are layers. And I was changing one of them to have ramping sort of a little bit on, and I didn't change the other one. Same thing with the lead. See, that one's on. I was like, why isn't it changing? It's because, oh, wait a minute, this one's on too? Weird. Oh, it just works. There is some other crackling going on in the actual, like, the strings, which is really obnoxious because in order to fix that, hello? I fell? Whoa. In order to fix that, I have to re-record them. That's what they crap like that all the time. So yeah. I attempted to try and just do all these all at once, but that obviously didn't work, so I'm just going to do them all individually. Yeah. I see most because something when you purchase East West, you know, in advance, you get something called iLock because they screwed me over with that. Yeah, I did. See, I actually have a really old iLock because I got the Hollywood strings, I got Hollywood Orchestra, totally, I got recently, but I got the Composers Collection, actually a long-ass time ago, like 5 years ago. And they sent me that, you know, on a hard drive, it's not the hard drive, and they sent me the iLock. And then I have an iLock, and then that's just the same iLock I've been using this entire time. It hasn't caused me any problems. I'm aware that there are problems. People online talk about their issues all the time. And I'm not going to belittle that because, like, I believe them. But for the most part, it's functioned the way that it should for my thing, for my business. So, I really don't want to listen to each of these individually, but actually one of the things I wanted to do is that the kind of things I'm doing to the strings and the brass and on that the reverb, that kind of thing, sort of means that it doesn't really sound all that realistic anymore, which is fine. But that also means that if I were to try and make it like super hardcore, that that's just stupid. What is... I gotta avoid crap like that. Like, I gotta... East West does have this issue. It actually, in the manual for it, they actually don't recommend that you ever render it. They say don't record it using faster than real-time rendering, which is to say, just bounce it out. You know, just listen to it and record it, because it streams from the disk. However, I thought I sort of circumvented that by loading it in the RAM with my 26,581 megabytes of RAM usage, but that appears not to be the case. So I'm gonna just do some things. Somebody in the chat asked if I recommend starting with FL11 or FL12, and I guess starting with FL12 was probably the best idea. What am I doing? Oh yeah, so let's find a better cello. So I was using the legato bow change, which might have caused some of the issues because it is somewhat of a complicated business. Let's see what else we got. We have the regular longs. See, these things that say powerful system, they're indicating that whatever it is that they do uses a lot of processing power. And some of them are pretty hardcore. For the most part, though, I do not require such epicness. And it's because of the reverb stuff I was talking about before, because of what I'm doing to it. A lot of the epicness and a lot of the very specific nuance of what I'm doing is getting lost. So I really shouldn't be putting that much effort into individualness here. But I'm going to anyway, because it's really awesome. No, what port? Marcato legato? I'm not totally sure. And this staccato legato, that doesn't... It's not really a thing I want. Let's try to do LT12. I used to know what that meant. So I wonder if this is going to make it load in the RAM now, or if it's going to be streaming now. It's streaming. That's how you work. I'm gonna go through the whole note and then get to the bottom. Alright, so that works. That sounds pretty good. I wonder if these are velocity sensitive. Not at all. Oh, but I have to go back in here and. See, this is the mod wheel, I think, and actually we just check what it is. Yeah, it's a mod wheel, and so this is controlling the vibrato, which doesn't really sound like traditional vibrato because this isn't just one cello. This is a whole cello section, and so we have super clean versus. And then this is straight volume. I don't know if that's just like making it quieter or if there's literally like different velocity recordings. I'm tempted to assume that there's different velocity recordings because for a lot of things there just very obviously are. Like last time we were messing with the brass, and the brass very clearly had different recordings for different velocity levels. I think I'm gonna screw with this though. Oh god, I forgot. For some reason, it's not gonna let me. I can't double click time selections. All right, so I don't need you anymore because you're just broke. You borked. You borked it. And this literally, I'm just going to go up and down a whole bunch of times. It's like, wee. So I'm using a slur, which means I can't do two notes at once, right? Yeah. Because it's in legato mode, which means I can only play one note at a time, which is fine. That's what I have all the other instruments for. So now I'm going to try rendering this just to see if it'll actually work. Bam. Bam. What? Yeah. Well, no. Sure, I suppose. Whee! I wonder if this is actually faster than playing it. I suppose it must be. Only a little bit. This is a wonderful use of your time. Yep. And there it is. Okay, so now the last time I did this, I made the mistake of so all of these are into both of those, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put all of them into this bus and put this bus into both of these. That's because when you do the track rendering, what it does is it puts the resulting mixture render into wherever it is it got routed to, sort of mimicking the idea that you're essentially freezing it. The way that it is not really going to do that now because it can only put into one of those. Puts it into one of them, and then it's not in the reverb, and then it's not just the right way. So I'm going to call this pre-bus. There we go. And so, off this track only. Actually, what am I doing? I keep forgetting I can do this. Like, go away. Like, I keep forgetting that that's an option. Cool. So that's the hello. Boop. No, you fool. So this is the viola. So weirdly, this one, the mod wheel controls volume. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing violas. Bow change, round robin. I'm not totally sure I'm into the bow change. What other fun stuff do we have? What I'm kind of missing from the old, like, the symphonic orchestra stuff is, like, I mentioned the expressive stuff, but I guess, like, actually with the control over the vibrato directly, I can actually mimic that with automation, which might have been their point of doing that. I guess port is also involved with that. The reason why I don't want the portatos is because it's not as a fully sustained note. It just plays a note, then it stops, and it's usually not long enough for the kind of notes that I have going on. Although I could probably work with that, now that I think about it. So I'm actually using less RAM by replacing these because they're automatically loading up as streaming from disk. Which, I mean, the RAM was mostly an experiment just to see if I could and see if it helped, and the answer to that question is yes and no, in that order. So. So how long do these last? Okay, I apparently don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. Nice. I'm into this. So same deal with the other dude. Oops. Whatever. Okay. Ah, this is so cool. Go away. Kick ass. So that's violas. I'm actually gonna try and just play them normal from here on, just to see if I can. And then render them all at once, because that, I mean, it really should be able to do that without me having to do this individualism shit. So what are you supposed to be? Busted. Oh, those are the basses. These are the low end notes. So these are fine. I don't need to change these. This is the second to top. You get the same control with this. I'm gonna fast track this one by just LFOing it. Yeah, sure. A little faster than that. You're slower than that, rather. Now, this is the guy that keeps popping in and out when I play it live. Could do the same thing now. That reverb really applies itself to the higher ones. So now, all at once. Damn it. Let's see if it's just these three work. Yeah, so the vibrato, non-vibrato automation did drive home the expressiveness, which is good. And it actually means some cool things in the future. I'm going to try to do these three at once. Hopefully this will work. We. Nerd. Oh well, we went a whole how long? How long has this stream been on? Not very long. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, some amount of time before the chat decided they needed to ban somebody. How are you? How you doing? Hope this worked. All right. So here's the cello. Here's these things. Okay. So now the last one. Well, last string anyway. I gotta do the brass. Although, well, the brass had a similar issue where for some reason the higher ones decided they didn't want to have the voices on the whole time. I think Seamless is not a musician. That's kind of weird. It's sort of a weird thing to think. All pianists do is press buttons on a big block of wood. That's pretty funny. You know, not for nothing, there probably was that similar kind of "you're not a real musician" like thought to keyboard players back in the day when things like the harpsichord and the piano were new. Because if you think about it, it is a dramatic simplification of things that like stringed instruments would be capable of, and it makes certain things easier. So people people are always mad about stuff that makes things easier. OMFG says, "Hello, Seamless." And I say, "Hello, OMFG." What was I doing? Oh, yeah, brass. Yeah, that worked out pretty good, so I'll just do recording from here. La 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 la. What this thing? Part of me wanted to do this like before the stream, but I think people would have been mad as being like, you worked on the track outside the stream, and that's sort of not how it's supposed to work. Doesn't background rendering work faster? No. It actually works slower. Its purpose in life is to be a background process so that you can do other things, which hasn't really been a limitation in a very long time because, I mean, the last time I remember using it was back when I was using FL4 on like a computer that's comparatively just the worst to like what I have right now. And the purpose of it is so that, like, because if you didn't do it back in the day, you couldn't do anything but render your song because it was so process intensive. But and then background rendering would enable you to go do other shit while it was rendering, and it would take longer because it would have less processing. That's what background rendering does. Wait a minute, why are these? Oh, because I have them active still. They're... So these should all be in the same track. They're not. How does that work? Oh, yeah, because I did this one first. 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51. You guys can keep it at 100. I'm going to keep it at 51. Nice. Now let's put on all their stuff. The other two things. There's not really a lot else happening. Potato's gonna potate. Yes. And such. Cool. So this is a good mock-up of kind of what I want to have happen in life. I don't know if I need this crap anymore. I think, okay, so what I'm going to do, because I have this nice sort of song start section over here, is I'm going to just sort of take this entire thing. This... God, scroll slower. Holy shit. Okay, well, if you want to be a dick about it. I'm just going to... put it over here. Just in case for some reason I ever want to do it again. And then come in here. Put y'all over here. So now it's all nice compact. And actually what I'm going to do, as well as that, is go back to here and untick RAM usage, because I don't need that much RAM being used anymore. It's gonna make me do this individually. Oh my god. I believe in you. I believe in your power. There you go. Much smaller voices. There we go. And my RAM usage is still 21,000, probably just because it hasn't unloaded it. The next time I open up this project, the RAM usage will be much lower, and a bit of housekeeping here. I'm going to come in here and I say, purge unused audio clips. So the previous recordings that I did that I'm not using anymore are no longer there. So I'm not using more extra shit for no reason. Nice. All right, so the next step, I guess actually the next step would be to do the intro. So you thought this was the intro. This isn't the intro. This is like halfway through the song. The way the intro is going to go is that there's going to be like, you know, the snare hit intro kind of thing, blah, 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 and then there's going to be a sort of a rise, and then there's going to be this drop. That'll happen for a bit. And then it'll do a rise, and then it'll do a break, and then this is the break. This is when this happens. So that's this part here. And this is this thing. It'll get fleshed out, obviously, but this is the arrangement that's going to happen. I'm not totally sure how this break is going to work. It's probably going to be like some kind of boom sweep thing that happens here. So it's like, bow. That's what's going to happen like right there-ish. It's probably only one beat, one bar of that. And then the song happens. How do you get the palette? The palette kind of thing? I'm not totally sure what that word means in this context. Yeah, all right, so that's just sort of, I'm blocking that out just so that you have that visually, but really what I want to do right now is I want to record the vocals that I'm going to put over this. If you saw the Modulators of the Universe video, then you know where this is going. Ugh. Damn. Okay. Thank you, stomach. So I gotta like come up with like a line. So the only thing I know for sure is that at the end here, I want this to be, this is my modulator. That's gonna be that part. So pretty much everything before that's up in the air. So it's like, I gotta do the voice. So the voice is gonna sound something like this. Not like that. Like this.
I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator.
So it's gonna be like that. Like that. Not exactly that. That was a good experiment, but I'm not actually gonna use that for the main thing. In a world. Okay, chat, start setting lines. So I did that one time, and that's not what I'm gonna do this time. So the palette, you mean this thing? Okay, yeah, okay. So put a marker, right click on it, and just click on start, and it'll turn it into the start marker, and then that's how it knows where the song starts. That's how you do that. Didn't know what you meant. So what other shit did I say in that video? I said stuff like, glory be to the modulators of the universe. The universe. If I want to be the Optimus Prime guy. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. Glory be. See, I actually sound really quiet right now. I probably do even through the mic, but it's the processing that counts afterwards for this kind of thing. Yeah, modulator lives. That's it. That was the other one. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. We must all modulate our lives. So there's a lot. I got like how many? So it's like, glory be to the modulators of the universe. Echoes and delay, that kind of thing. We must all modulate our lives. So that's too short for that one whole thing. Let me get Notepad up in here just so I can write stuff down, because I know I'm going to forget. Oh my god. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. That's very large. I have it on gigantic font because I'm trying. If I try to format it to work on this monitor, it's just stupidly large to the other one. Is the song name going to be "Modulators of the Universe"? Yes, yes, it is. That's the song now. We must all modulate. We must all modulate our lives. Yes, modulate our lives. If I want to get real meta, I could put a resample pun in there. So it's like we must all modulate our lives. If I want to get super cheesy, I could say like, the spectrum of our souls must change. There we go. I'm using it. I mean, if we're going to modulate something, we're obviously modulating a spectrum of something, so why not our souls? Crush to bits. Am I bit crushing? I'd be really sad if I'm bit crushing. I don't think I'm bit crushing, because if I were, people would freak out more. Alright. Feat Michael Bay. Yeah. Well, if I could feature Michael Bay in anything, I suppose this would be the thing. Okay. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. We must all modulate our lives. The spectrum of our souls must change. See, this is when I drop. Yeah, so that we may all record a modulator. Yes, okay. So that we may all record a modulator. And then I'll say, I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator. That'll be it. That's good. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna turn this down a bit so we can sort of hear what it sounds like. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. I used to know that guy's name, the Optimus Prime dude. We must all modulate our lives. La 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 la. The spectrum of our souls must change, so that we may all record a modulator. I'm recording a modulator. This. Oh, see, I gotta do the this is like here. Like, this is my modulator. Like that's what's gotta happen here. So like, I could do I'm recording a modulator there, but then I gotta wait for it. Y'all are dramatically overestimating the reach I have with other individuals. People just being like, you should get the Honest Trailer guy. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. Universe. If I wanted to go full noise controls, I would get some girl to say some other stuff after I say things. We must all modulate our lives. Someone subscribed, yay! The spectrum of our souls must change, so that we may all record a modulator. I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator. Awesome. Just turn my voice into a girl's voice. That would be something. That'd be kind of cool if I could do that. I mean, I can do that. It would take a little bit of experiment for me to really nail it down, though. I don't know if I want to waste that kind of time on stream. Not like I'm doing right now. So maybe. Just pitch shit myself. Just do it. Don't even try. Just make it chipmunk. Let's do that. All right. So this is going to be fun because when I record myself, I'm doing it through the mic that's coming through all the stuff, and it's going to be kind of weird. But that's okay. I'm going to do all kinds of processing to it anyway. Here we go. I find it weird that Edison's down there. I can change it, but it's just I just sort of find it weird. So in case you want to see the lyrics, here's the lyrics. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. We must all modulate our lives. The spectrum of our souls must change, so that we may all record a modulator. I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator. So there's two ways I can go about this. I could do the like semi-Batman voice where I'm like, or like that guy from Saw. I want to play a game. And then there's like the announcer voice, which is like, you got that going on. That could work. Either of those could work. I kind of, I mean, I gotta keep in mind that what I'm gonna do to stuff, because if the processing I'm gonna do is not gonna work out so well with the kind of voice, but that kind of voice. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. Maybe, I guess. We must all modulate our lives. The spectrum of our souls must change. See, I like that just for my own voice. I mean, it's smarter to do less processing on vocal stuff. Like, the closer you are to your original voice, the more realistic it'll sound. So the better your stuff sounds at the beginning, the better it'll all sound at the end for that kind of thing. Call Snoop Dogg, ask him to read the lyrics. Now y'all are just being funny. All right. I actually do need those lyrics on the other monitor so that I can see what's up. Yeah, Chewbacca. I can't do Chewbacca at all. I've never been able to do that voice. And now there's a hair in my laser. Unavoidable, really. Morgan Freeman. If I tried hard enough, I could do a good Morgan Freeman impersonation, but I had to practice. I have to practice a lot. Let's do this. Oh, balls. How did I do this the first time? I didn't do it the first time. Forgot about that part. So, this is going to be kind of funny because I'm going to have to disable the song coming through here. And this means you're not going to be able to hear it, but you're going to be able to hear me. See, like now that I've done this, you can hear me, but if I want to play the song, can't hear it. I can't hear it either. Wrong button. There we go. Now I can hear it. There we go. Headphones, yeah, yeah. It's actually not a speaker monitor problem. It's a routing to the stream problem. And my timer's about to go off, so I'm going to disable that so that it doesn't go off while I'm trying to record. Okay. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. I'm just going to do that the first time. If it doesn't work, I'll do it again. We must all modulate our lives. Our lives. The spectrum of our souls must change, so that we may all record a modulator. I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator. That should work. And now you can hear the song. Yeah. Or not. Did I do the opposite of what I wanted to do? I think I might have. Well, let's find out. I mean, it looks like I didn't record the song. We must all modulate our lives. Our lives. I mean, if the bleed's that quiet, I'm okay with it, because the kind of crap I'm gonna do to my voice is gonna be a bit epic. Not only that, but it's gonna play during the same actual position where the bleed was recorded. The bleed was recorded initially, so it should be okay. Except for that part. That part I did again twice. I did twice because I kind of fucked up the first part. If I absolutely need to, I'll break out all the fucking actual pro shit, but I don't really care that much about what I'm doing right now. How professional of me. Okay. Let's see how bad. Let's see how bad this is. Where the hell is? Yeah. I'm just gonna compress it really hard just to see just how bad the bleed is, and then that'll be the end of part 1 for today. Glory be to the modulators of the universe. I'm just gonna do that the first time. If it doesn't work, I'll do it again. We must all modulate our lives. That's fine. That's totally fine for what I want to do with it. This. Oh, God. In a world where no one has a modulator, one man will bring truth and justice to those who need it most. He is a modulator. This is my modulator. Awesome. So that's the end of this first part. For those of you watching on YouTube, if you have any questions about this, please let me know. And as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And to whitelist me on your iBlocker so that I can make more money. And as usual, have a nice day.